Good morning guys, the time is currently 9:35 and I've just set up my little workspace this morning. My schedule for today has already got ahead of track, so I'm not meant to have a shower for 25 minutes. However, I've actually already showered and put my makeup on, so I wasn't actually meant to get ready until 11:30, but I got up this morning and just had a really productive morning. So I'm just actually going to film how I'm going to goal set for the next 6 months of the year. It's July tomorrow. This will be going up tonight, so you guys will see it in advance of tomorrow. But I'm just going to go through a few different like reflects, some prompts, and also then set the goals for July, which I've set out in my calendar to do from 10:30 till 11:30. But I'm ready, I've got my cup of tea, I've got my candles on, I've washed my hair and put my makeup on. So just whilst I wait for my hair to dry naturally, I just thought I might as well get cracking on this. I've actually started using Google Calendar, which I only started using this weekend, and it has helped me so much, especially since I've started taking on like extra projects and things. I've color coded the whole calendar so I can clearly see like what I need to do, what work needs to be done when, and I can just really block my time out. Because one thing I noticed when I became self-employed was my scheduling went out the window completely, and that's something that I wanted to get back. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So this is my little workspace. To be honest, I actually have a new desk, but I've really enjoyed sitting at the kitchen table because obviously it is just me. So sitting at the breakfast bar is not too bad. There's so much space and it's so high, which I really like. I love these chairs so much. They're probably one of my favourite purchases of this year. I literally love them so much. But yeah, so I'm just going to sit down. I'll talk you through everything that I do. I am going to journal as well. I've been loving journaling so much recently. I've just really got back into it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Probably do a little bit of journaling, and then I'll go through planning and scheduling out the next 6 months. So that is the plan for the day. So I'm actually getting my prompts from the members lounge because I actually uploaded a full reflect and plan for everyone that was in the group. So if you don't know about the Breakthrough Society, I'll put a picture on screen here of the Instagram and everything like that. But that is my business, and it's all around encouraging people to have their breakthrough, to really kind of go through that transformation process. For me, it was all about going from breaking point to breakthrough, and that's kind of how I want everyone else to kind of go through this process with me. So to get into the members lounge, all you need to do is simply click this link here. So when you click this link, it'll take you to a landing page. All you need to do is sign up. You'll also get a free 20-page guide as well, which is incredible. So this is the booklet that you'll also get. So you'll get this 20-page guide for free, but then you'll also get an exclusive invitation to join this members lounge. So I've done live videos in here. I've also added this here so that everyone can connect and drop their businesses and what they do. But what I recently uploaded was this 6-month review, so to reflect and plan. So to journal, I'm basically going to go through these questions. So if you want to do them too, I'll actually pop the proper picture on the screen. But they're the questions that I'm going to go through now. So what you want to do is reflect on everything in the past 6 months, and then we can plan for the next 6 months, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm going to do now in my journal. I'm just going to put a little playlist on. It's got mainly Ludovico and Audi just because it really chills me out. So I'm just going to play a little bit of this whilst we get prepped and ready for the next 6 months. I am so excited for half 2. It is an actual joke. So one of the exercises that I did with my life coach, and I'm not going to talk about it too much just because obviously I get it through her, was a clarity session where I really wanted to work out like within each aspect of my life, what was the one word that I wanted to feel. So with lifestyle, I wanted the ability to switch off. With body, I wanted to feel healthy. And then I picked 3. So spirituality, finances, and career were like my 3 focal points, which I've now done as my 3 focuses for the next half of the year. Because what I find myself doing is if I tried to tackle every single one of these and I was trying to implement the gym back, I was trying to do that, I was trying to, you know, start dating again, I was trying to like there's so many things that it just means I wouldn't do anything properly. So I've bucketed them into 3. So one is career, one is finances, one is spirituality, and then I've done what my focus points are and then what my tasks are within each. So I'm not going to go through mine in too much detail just because obviously they're my goals, but one is around the breakthrough, one is about finances and building additional streams of income, and then spirituality, becoming a lot more grounded. So that's only going to be my focus for half 2. So I've obviously bucketed them and then put some tasks for each of them. But what I'm probably going to do now is really dive into each. So I'm talking really laying out, how am I going to measure these KPIs? How am I going to track them? So for example, on the breakthrough, I've put batch create once a week, check MailChimp once a day, weekly lives in the Facebook group, order a podcast mic, develop the brand pillars. But how am I actually going to track them? So that's where I can go into like my calendar, for example, and actually start planning these in. So when am I going to batch create? When am I going to do power blocks? When am I going to film? When am I going to create the content? And then I can really start building out my calendar. And I would like to ideally build some sort of structure in this calendar now for the next 6 months. So it might not be a concrete this happens then, but 3 times a week I need to make sure that there is time to check this, or once a week I need to make sure that I go live. So what day am I going to do that? And I can just kind of really plan out my days so that it's a little bit more clear and structured, because that's something I haven't had stability in this aspect. I've just kind of woken up and cracked on with the day. So that's what I'm going to do, bucket these 3 and really get clear on the KPIs, how I'm going to track them. Is it on spreadsheet? Am I going to download something to track them, especially for things like finances, budgets? How am I going to kind of manage that? And that's going to be my next task. I can also start putting things in my weekly planner. So roughly, when am I going to do the batch creation? When am I going to do that? When's this appointment? When do I need to focus on that? Especially because there's a lot of projects, and within the Breakthrough Society, as much as it's one business, there's so much, because there is, even when you look at this, I want to grow the Instagram, the mailing list. I want to launch my course. I want to also launch a podcast. I need to build the Facebook group as well to go live in there. So within the breakthrough, there's almost different pillars. So there'll be Facebook, Instagram, mailing list, and then the actual physical products as well. And there'll be KPIs within each of them. So I really need to kind of flush that out. I'm probably not going to kind of go into detail and let you guys know everything that I plan, but hopefully this kind of gives you an understanding of the structure of how I'm going to do this. And then the same for finances. What's the KPIs? What's my income goal? What's my budget? What's my spend? What's my investment goals? And kind of break them down. And I think by having just my 3 buckets, I can colour code the tasks as well to match each one. There's nothing better than nice stationery, but I can really work out like, right, what are the tasks for each of them, and making sure that I don't get too overwhelmed by having way too much to focus on and then not being able to kind of execute it all, because I set goals so that I can achieve them, not so that I get overwhelmed. So yeah, that is the plan for today. One thing that I also know I need to do is redo my vision board for the next 6 months, because since I've been on a bit of like a soul journey, there's just a few things on here and a few things on my big one that I know need changing because they don't fully fit. Things like my house, where I want to go, but things like the bags and stuff right now are just not a big priority. Yes, it'd be nice to treat myself to them. There's also things within the travel business that have changed since, so yeah, I need to update that as well. But one thing that I was just going to say about the 3 different goals, so obviously I've got career, finance, spirituality in this book, is that anything that doesn't serve these, so for example, if someone invites me out on a shopping trip and I don't need new clothes, or I don't know, I'm just trying to think of any example. If it doesn't align with growing my career, growing my finances, or growing myself spiritually for the next 6 months, I really am going to set boundaries with these and make sure, because these are my focus. The same way that I don't want to get too, not that I don't want to get too into the gym, but that's not a priority. I don't want to get too caught up in things like dating again, because it does take a lot of energy for me, and that's not within these 3 buckets, if that makes sense. I know that these are highlighters, but they symbolize each one in the book. But I really am going to set boundaries to make sure that I don't get distracted too much by things that don't sit with these 3 buckets. And it's not to say I wouldn't welcome things into my life, like plans with my friends. Of course I'm going to do things like that, but I really am going to set boundaries where I'm not overspending because finance is a priority. I'm not doing too much that doesn't align with the breakthrough and spending too much time on other things. And also that I am doing things that spiritually align me as well. So trying to make sure that I prioritize things like meditation, walking in nature, all of that kind of stuff, and really grounding myself and journaling and doing the things that are going to help me be aligned again. So yeah, I just thought I'd mention that because that's why picking 3 buckets is really important for me, because it means that I can try not to steer too far from the main priorities now for the next 6 months. And you know, like I said, it's not to say that if other things don't come in I can't flex it. I absolutely can flex it and allow every single bit of aspect, going to the gym, all of that into my life, but these have to be the 3 core pillars for the next 6 months. So these are the priorities. So yeah, I just thought I'd add that bit in. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave this video here. Hopefully it helped. All resources, Instagrams, everything like that will be linked down below. A link to sign up to the mailing list. I think this is out of focus unless it's my eyesight, so apologies. But a huge thank you for watching. Please give it a huge thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to stick around for more content as well. Let's smash the next 6 months together.